Welcome. Happy Thursday. We're going to start with a warm-up exercise where we're twisting and getting the backs of our legs warmed up. So we're going to be doing a straight leg kick up like this, kind of just stretching out the hamstrings. But in addition to that, we're going to get some rotation, some spinal rotation into this. So when you take your left leg up, you're going to take your right arm and rotate over that left leg. So I'm going to do it from this view so you can see. So you are feeling that stretch in your hamstring as you kick that leg out, but you're also getting a twist in the spine because you are taking opposite arm over that opposite leg. Okay, this morning I have a question for you. If you can name a positive outcome of something that's a hard thing that you've made yourself do. So what's something that was hard for you, but you did it and there was a positive outcome? Could be anything. Could be, you know, something, a yard project that you've done recently, or if you want to go deeper into, you know, getting your degree or something like that. But what came up to me was something you all know about, and that's Fitcamp, because I had never done anything like this before until about over 6 months ago. And it was hard to figure out to get it, but now that I have such a positive outcome, I get to see all of you twice a week and I just love it. So glad I made myself do that hard thing. Becky, what's a hard thing that you made yourself do lately? Doesn't have to be lately. Yeah. That's great. Excellent. All right, we're going to go into a band chest press. So next you're going to take a medium to heavy band. You're going to be pressing it out and squatting at the same time. So you're going to take it into a squat and a chest press at the same time. So we're warming up our legs and we're warming up our chest and shoulder muscles. So you really want to roll those shoulders back and stick your chest out as you're squatting and pressing. Okay, Eve, what's something hard you've made yourself do and had a good outcome? All right, Katie, what about you? Something hard you've made yourself do? So I will raise a glass to that. Yes. Kudos to you. Beth, something hard you've made yourself do? For sure. Okay. All right, so next up we have Candace. What's something hard you've done? All right. Okay, so we're going to go into another warm-up exercise here. And this one, we're going to use your chair. So we're going to go into, it's a little bit of a combo move if you watch me here. So we're going to go into a push-up on the chair. So you got to go to your chest, touches the chair. And then you're going to go into a squat jump. So that's just a combination move here, going to that push-up and then go down into a squat, and you either jump out of it or just stand up quickly out of that squat. So we're just going back and forth from this push-up do a little bit of a squat jump. Good. All right. Keep it up. Everybody looks good. Jill, what's something hard that you've had to do, had a good outcome? Well, that's one of those things, if you're doing it right, it's not easy. So kudos to you as well. Getting ourselves strong in all the ways. Okay. All right. Christy, what about you? Anything that you've done that's hard but totally had a good outcome? I feel you there. Okay. I think we're warmed up enough. How about you? I'm feeling it. So let's get started with our workout today. So first off, we're going to go through 6 exercises together. They will be the only 6 exercises in this part of the workout. So we're going to go through a first list. The first 3 are what I'm calling fun, and the second 3 are hard fun. So still fun, but just a little harder. And the first one, everything's going to be for 60 seconds, is a side shuffle. So we will actually go through these together, and you won't need any equipment for the first one. We're just going to start and shuffle 3 to the right and 3 to the left. That'll look like 3 to the right and 3 to the left, like that. So we're starting here with this one in 3, 2, and 3 to the right, 3 to the left. So how this one really works the best is if you challenge yourself to sit down as far as you can into a squat the whole time. Now, as I always say, push yourself hard at the beginning of the interval, and then if you need to stand up a little further towards the end, completely fine. But really try to stay down deep into that crouching squat. Halfway through here. So I wanted to talk about doing hard things today because as many of you have said, positive outcomes have come from doing hard things. Sometimes hard to see it in the moment, but you can really accomplish a lot by doing hard things. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go to the mat. Everybody get on their backs on the mat. We're going to go into a slow bicycle. That's going to be moving the legs in and out like this, starting in just a couple seconds here. And 3, 2, and go. The most important thing you can do here is push your low back into the mat. You want to pretend there's something under there. You're squashing. Now, there's absolutely no space between the low back and the mat. And that will give you the best lower abdominal work here. So as far as how far your legs are lifted off the ground, you will reach a point as you lower them towards the ground where you start to feel that low back lift off. And that's your cue that you're going far enough. You don't want that low back to lift off. So keep your legs elevated to a position where you can control your low back, control that pressure against the mat with your low back. Ooh, 15 seconds. Keep it moving. So yes, the next exercise will be still in the fun column. And then the next 3 after that will be hard fun. So a little bit harder exercises. Rest now. We're going to do some step ups for a minute. So you're going to take your chair and go into step ups like this, alternating legs. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. So you want to step up all the way, press your hips forward, and then step down. So you're doing a complete step up, and then you step down. Right. So the next 3 exercises are a little bit harder, and just in that they're more full body exercises. So something's happening with your upper body, something's happening with your lower body, just involves a little more muscle groups than the last 3 we've done. So that will be the harder group of exercises that we get into after we're done with our step ups here. And we're going 3, 2, 1. Next up, you're going to do a push up with a mountain climber. Okay. So that is going to be knee or feet push up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and like that. So you can do your push ups on a chair or a wall, however you like, but we're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. And I will demonstrate on the chair in case anyone's like wondering what that looks like. 2, 3, 4, like that. So everybody choose something that keeps you moving for that 60-second interval. Okay. So after these 3 exercises, we'll have a little bit of trivia, a little bit of a fast answer frenzy, as the name of this workout goes, where if you win, if you're the first person to answer, you get to choose which of these harder exercises we eliminate for a round. So you get to take one of these away from us. Pause now. Now we're going to go into a chest to ground. Now let's talk about that for just a second before we get started. So remember the warm up we did where you were doing the push up on the chair and the squat? That is the chest to chair version. So some of you are going to want to do that. That's going to feel better to you than chest to ground. So as a review, we did the chest to chair with the squat jump. Chest to ground is a lot what you might think of as like a burpee. You're just trying to get your chest to the ground any way possible, and then you're coming back up into a standing position. So that is our next exercise. We're going to go into that for a minute here. And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. So chest to ground in whatever way, or chest to chair in whatever way, and then stand up. And if you feel like you can give it a hop at the end of that movement, go for it. If not, standing up is still a very good way to do this exercise. Like I said, we all have different variations of this, getting our chest to the chair or chest to the ground in whatever way we can, walking the feet up or hopping the feet up. I know you're doing the flavor that tastes best to you this morning, and I'm happy that you're here working it out with me. 15 seconds to go. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, lastly, we're going to do some plank jacks. You can do the plank jacks on the chair again or the mat. Either way, you'll be on forearms, taking your feet in and out like this, or forearms taking your feet in and out like this. And we're going in 3, 2, and let's do this. Also, another variation here that you might like is stepping your feet out to the side. So instead of hopping, just kind of tap one foot out to your side and one foot out to your other side. Or maybe you want to do a mix of the two. Either way, we're halfway through here. Keep it up. Here we go, final 10 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so here we go. This is where we get some trivia questions. So What the next couple rounds are gonna look like is we're gonna just do 3 exercises to a round. All the hard ones except for what a lucky person gets to eliminate. So I'm gonna have you answer a question. If you win, you get to choose if we eliminate push-ups, chest to ground, or plank jacks in the next round. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to answer, we're gonna all do jumping jacks while I'm asking these questions. And then if you have an answer, we're gonna be close to the screen, you're going to unmute yourself and answer. So let's start with some jumping jacks. Everybody, we're moving, we're working. Okay, are you close to your unmute button? All right, so this question is name a country. So all of these questions have the first letter of your answer has to be a certain letter. So I would like someone to tell me the name of a country that starts with, are you ready? A Z as in zebra. Who can answer that first? I'm gonna go with Becky. That was like really close, but Becky, okay, so keep jumping jacks. Becky, which exercise would you like to eliminate? Push-ups, chest to ground, or plank jacks?
Plank jacks.
Plank jacks, okay, keep going. I've got one more question before we go into these exercises. Name a 90s TV character. First name begins with the letter J as in Jack. '90s TV character J. You got it. Okay, so we already got, for the first round, we're going to eliminate plank jacks. Jill, what would you like to eliminate for the second round? Plank jacks, chest to ground, or push-ups? Okay. All right, so let's take a break. So how it's going to go, I'm going to sub out for us for the first round. Becky wanted us to eliminate plank jacks. So we're going to do step ups instead of plank jacks. And then for this second round, Jill so kindly took the chest to ground away from us. So we're gonna do side shuffle instead there. Okay, so, I forgot to tell you, we're doing 75 seconds, right? Because it's a hard thing that we're doing here for these 3 exercises. So we're gonna do push-ups, made it through the cut both times. We're gonna do 75 seconds for all these 3 exercises in a row. Okay, so let's get started with our mountain climber push-ups. About a minute and 15 seconds to go here on these. So mark, set, and push up, mountain climbers. Let's do this. So after this, we'll do chest to ground. And then what we've got coming up is, instead of plank jacks, thank you, Becky, we're gonna do some step ups. So think about push-ups, whether you're doing them on the wall, on the chair, or on the mat, they're essentially a plank that is moving up and down. So you should always have tension in your core when you're doing push-ups, as if you were doing a plank. Okay, 20 seconds to go. And here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, all right. Chest to ground or chest to chair, or maybe you're gonna mix the 2 up. Either way, we're gonna start that in just a couple seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do this. We've got 75 seconds of work here. I'm gonna demo out both of these. You can refer to me if you are having any questions on how this exercise goes. You're doing hard things this morning. You're working your whole body with these exercises. Everything, chest, core, legs. Keep it up. Last 30 seconds here. All right, keep it up. Closing in on that final 10. Keep moving. Whatever that means to you, just keep on moving. You've got this. 3, 2, 1. Okay. No plank jacks this round. Thank you, Becky. We're going to do step ups. So get in position with your chair for the step ups. Starting with those in 3, 2, and 1. I didn't mention this, but do make sure the back of your chair is against a wall or a door frame or something for safety. We don't want any broken bones at Fitcamp today. Chair can go flying sometimes. So if you have it pressed against something, that'll help. All right, so remember, you're alternating legs here. And at the end of the motion, when you've stood up all the way tall, press those hips forward, get that full hip extension there. All right, 30 seconds to go. Okay, final 15. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're gonna do one more round. And thanks to Jill, we'll be skipping the chest to ground this time around and doing a side shuffle instead. So we are gonna start at the top with the push-ups, the mountain climber push-ups. Grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna get started in about 15 seconds here. Okay, get into your push-up position. There you go, starting in 3, 2, and 1. Push up and mountain climber. 1, 2, 3, 4 with those knees, and then down for another push-up. All right. Keep that core as tight as you can. Another little focus point for your push-ups is making sure that your shoulders are kind of pressed down. You don't want them to be creeping up to your ears. You want to really be pushing them down, sticking your chest out and really squeezing those chest muscles together as you press away. That's going to get you the best chest arm strengthening benefit out of that. And look at you, 15 seconds to go. And this gets hard. I know you're feeling it. But what do we get? We do hard things, we get good things. Good results. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, get ready for some side shuffles, skipping those chest to ground this time around. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, 3 to the right and 3 to the left. Keeping your butt pushed behind you and your chest is up facing the wall in front of you. something that sometimes helps people visualize what their upper body should be doing here is kind of envision your torso is slid between two panes of glass. You're kind of like straight up and down. Sometimes that visualization helps with the tendency to bend over sometimes. Okay, keep it moving. We got 30 seconds to go. All right, almost there. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, plank jacks. Here we go. 1:15 of these, and then we have a nice rest and another round of questions. And let's go in 3, 2, and plank jacks. So remember, this can be a combination of hopping out to the side with your feet or stepping out to the side. If you want to alternate back and forth, like 10 one way and 10 the other, or as you feel, that's fine. Or if you want to switch back to the chair on the floor, that's fine too. Just keeping it moving, keeping your core tight. I like plank variations where the feet and arms are doing things. It teaches our body to maintain a tight core, even though other areas are challenging and moving away. And that's what benefits us in real life. When we're trying to move things around and you're still keeping a tight core, regardless of what the arms and legs are doing. All right, closing in the last 20 seconds here. Keep moving. And here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Whew. Let's take a minute. So I know some of you are, well, I don't think anyone's exercising outside like I am right now. It feels like it must be 90 here. But one thing you can do, so we started Fitcamp in the wintertime, right? And now it's probably for all of us the first time that it's gotten this warm while we're exercising. So this may seem like something I don't need to say, but you can like overheat in your house, because like a gym, you would be keeping it a lot cooler. So just grab a fan. It'd be good to have in the room where you exercise, a fan on yourself for the future reference. As it gets warmer and warmer, you'll be happy to have a fan. All right, so question time again. We're going to do the same format as last time. The winners will choose which of those harder exercises to eliminate. So we are going to do jumping jacks. And like I said, jumping jacks don't have to be the whole jumping. You can also step out to the side, but we want to keep moving in between these rounds. So we're going to start with our jumping jacks again now. And everybody get close to that unmute button. The first question is coming up here. Whew. Things that you might need on a first date. Okay, something you might need on a first date. The letter is B as in boy. What might you need on a first date? Breath mint. Super. Which exercise would you like to eliminate? Plank jacks. Okay. Next question is, all right, name a kitchen tool that starts with the letter P as in Paul. Kitchen tool that starts with the letter P. Nobody. Okay. Potato peeler. Okay. Okay. All right. slow it down here. Let's take a minute before we get started. Grab a drink. Okay. All right. So we're going to do some slow bicycles instead of the chest to ground. And we're going to do some step ups instead of plank jacks again. All right. This will be our last go round here. We're going to take it back down to 60 seconds for this last go round. You're welcome. So we're going to start with our mountain climber push-ups and work to chest to ground after that. So let's get in position for those mountain climber push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. Now push yourself here, 60 seconds instead of 75, which may not sound like a big difference, but you will feel that you can push yourself a little harder with having to do 15 seconds less of work. All right, halfway there. Almost there, closing in on the last 10 seconds. You can do this. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, chest to ground. This is the last time we're doing chest to ground at all today. So that is beginning. 60 seconds of lovely chest to chair or chest to ground. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Remember here throughout all the movements, it doesn't matter what variation that you're doing of this, really keep a tight core, especially as you're standing up from whichever position you're doing, but really throughout the whole movement, you want to be doing that abdominal bracing. 15 seconds left here. Keep it moving. Final few. You can do this. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, instead of plank jacks, we're doing some step ups. Head to your chair. We're going in 3, 2, 1. When you plant that foot on the chair, really try to drive through that heel. It's going to help engage your glutes and also save your knees here. Standing all the way tall and all the way down. Halfway through, you're doing it. Right. Final 10 seconds. Keep up with those steps. Climb into new heights this morning. Yes, you are. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, final time through. We're going to eliminate the chest to ground. Thank you, Jill, and your potato peeler. We're going to start with those push-up mountain climbers in 3, 2, and let's go. Push up mountain climber. So after we get through this round, I have a small block of work for us to finish off today that helps us incorporate practice for some of those fitness assessment exercises we did last week. Whew. but we're getting through this round and taking a little break. So you're only a couple minutes away from rest. So just keep your body moving until then. Whew. And we've got 15 seconds to go. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Side shuffle instead of chest to ground. 3 to the left, 3 to the right, starting in 3, 2, and let's do this. Okay. See some great shufflers there. Keep it up. These are hard exercises and you're continuing to bring it. Love the work I'm seeing on the screen. Keep it up. Halfway through. If you're doing this right and even just squatting down a little bit, oh, those thighs, right? Oh, those thighs start to burn. But you've got this. Only 10 seconds left on this move. Three, 2, 1. Okay, only thing standing in between us and some rest is 1 minute. 1 minute of plank jacks. You've got this. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. You can do this. Stepping out or hopping out, whichever you can do, and maintain your tight core. All right, 25 seconds. You can do anything in 25 seconds. Drawing that belly button into the spine, bracing that core. Final 10. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Well, let's get a drink of water. Get our heart rate down for a second before we go into our final block of work today. Good job, everyone. It was not easy. You did it. All right, so while you're catching your breath and recovering for a second, I'm just gonna show you, we're gonna, like I said, we'll practice some of the stuff we did and the fitness assessment. So we're gonna be doing 2 of them at the same time. What? Yes, we're gonna do donkey kicks and bow and arrow rows at the same time. You remember how we were rowing back like this, right? Keeping that thumb coming at or below the elbow. So we're gonna combine that with donkey kicks. So let me just show you what that looks like. So I'm gonna get this band on my ankles for the donkey kick. And remember that part, right? That was kicking up like this. So what you're gonna be doing, I'm gonna face the screen because maybe that'll be a little easier for you to see. You're gonna be doing that bow and arrow row, but at the same time as your donkey kick. Yeah, totally, at the same time. And I want to show you a variation for this too. So if being on your hands on the mat on all fours is not comfortable like that, you can go to the wall and do the same thing, right? Taking that foot back into the donkey kick as you're pulling that bow and arrow row. So that bow and arrow row would look like this against the wall. So I'm going to have you get into position, whether you'd like to do that on the wall or the floor. We're actually going to go for about 2 minutes because we're going to do 1 minute on each side there. So grab, if you remember what bands you did the donkey kick and the bow and arrow row with, go ahead and use those. If not, just choose like a medium band for both. And we're gonna go into it here. So we're gonna get the band around our ankles for the left-sided kick. So what you wanna start out with is a band on your right ankle around the middle of your left shoe for kicking up with that left foot. So I'll give you just a second to get in position with that. So we're gonna be kicking up with the left foot. Everybody there? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is take the other band. We're gonna be pulling back with the right hand into that bow and arrow row. So you're gonna be placing the left hand, trapping the band against the mat or the wall with the left hand. And then you're gonna be rowing back with the right hand at the same time that left foot kicks up. So you got right hand pulling back, left foot kicking up at the same time. So everybody ready? And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. So here, you really want to keep a tight core to prevent extra sway and arching of your low back. And you'll find that because you're doing these exercises together, you actually end up getting a lot of core work, especially on the, right now, you're going to feel it on your right core more than your left because you're, for the way your body's twisting. Okay. So this is slow and controlled. You're not trying to speed through this. We're just getting some good quality reps in here. Practice for our fitness assessment exercise, 15 seconds to go. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now what you're gonna do is take the ankle band, slip the right side around your ankle, the left side is around your ankle, and now we're getting ready to kick up with the right shoe, so that band gets slipped around the middle of your right shoe. Okay, so you're in position now to kick up to that donkey kick with the right leg. Switching for the bow and arrow row, you got your right hand trapped against the mat, trapping that band against the mat so you can pull up with your left hand into that row. We're ready to go. Kicking up with the right leg, rowing with the left arm, and go. There's a lot happening here. Got some balance, some core work, working the glutes, the back, pretty much full body as you can get right here. All right, approaching our halfway mark here. Keep it moving. I'm going to keep that knee bent as you push that foot up to the ceiling. Pretend like you're going to put the sole of your shoe on the ceiling. You squeeze that glute as you bring that right foot up. And here you go. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So now we've got another plank version. Getting your core super strong today. So you're going to forearm plank either on the chair or the mat. Do a simple hip extension, just up like that with the legs. Now I don't want any bend in the knee. So if you bend the knee, then your leg's going to end up way up here. So let's keep that leg light, nice and straight. And it's just going to come up a little bit. You're really focusing on not letting the hip lift up with the leg, getting the control in this area here down. So we're going to do that for 1 minute here. Get in your plank position. And we're starting in 3, 2, and go. This is the last plank that you have to do today. I promise. But what happens when we do hard things? Planking, one of them especially, you get the benefit of a strong core that protects your back and your body. Who doesn't want that? So make sure when the left leg lifts up, the left hip stays dropped and level. So you're really bracing that core, especially the lower core. Only 15 seconds. Here. And we're done in 3, 2, and 1. Only one thing left, my friends. Only one thing, and then we're going to stretch. Back to the mat for one final practice of our donkey kick and row together. So let's get that band around our ankles again. So we're going to kick up with the left foot to start. So band goes around the middle of that left foot. Loop it around the right ankle. You're going to be kicking up with the left foot, rowing back with that right arm. So you're trapping the band with your left hand right against the mat so you can row back with that right arm. Everybody set? You're looking good. Keep it up. And we're starting this in 3, 2, and let's go. The last 2 minutes of our workout. Let's get the most out of it. Remember, when that hand comes back in that row, you're trying to keep it just slightly below the armpit level. So that's going to help you engage your back more with this rowing position than using the shoulders. Good. Halfway through on this side. "15 seconds to go. You've got this." And we're done in 3, 2, and switch sides. You've reached the final minute of your workout. Slip that band around the middle of your right shoe, right through that arch. Left ankle has the brace for that band. And now we're going to kick up with the right foot into that donkey kick and pull back with the left hand into your row for the final minute of your workout today. So trapping the band with the right hand against the mat, pulling back in a row with the left in 3, 2, and we're going. All right, keep moving. Got the final 30 seconds here. This is all you. Get strong today. Whew, you could do anything after this. 20 seconds to go. Almost there. Keep moving. And 3, 2, and 1. Oh, you did it. Excellent job. Let's start our stretching. We're going to do a nice quad stretch to begin with today. Use that a fair amount. So if you need to support yourself on something, go ahead and do that. If you're a magical unicorn flamingo and can just stand without supporting, go for it. But anyway, you're pulling the leg back into the foot back into the butt so that you can that nice quad stretch from those side shuffles and those step ups we did today. Okay. All right, good job, everyone. So our next workout is going to be on Monday. It's a fun thing I came up with called surprise reaction. Let's switch sides on that stretch. So it's going to test your reaction time a little bit. I'm going to be randomly calling out movements at a time when you'll be surprised. So not a format we've used before, but something I think will be really actually fun to do as a reaction test. So we're going to work on that on Monday. It's going to be closer to like a cardio styled workout. You saw last night, I sent out an email about the form class I wanted to do. I'm going to be sending out another email because I missed some bits of information, mainly that that's a 30 to 40 minute class. But I'm excited to kind of break down some tools you can use to be really helpful in your form. Share what I know with you on that. All right, let's get into another stretch for our chest. All those push-ups, my goodness. So let's take the palm of your hand against a wall or a door frame. And then you're going to rotate your entire body away from that wall until you feel a good chest stretch. All right. And also remember, I have that Pride Month contest going on the Facebook page. So if you see anything that reminds you of Pride or a rainbow or whatever, anything related, go ahead and post the picture and you'll be entered in to win a $25 Amazon gift card, as well as there'll be a donation to the Prasad Center. And you can post as many as you want. If you've posted already and want to post several more, there is no limit. You can go nuts. So feel free to post anything that comes across. Go ahead and do your other side. Let's get that other chest muscle stretched out. All right. Okay, let's hold this for a few more seconds. Our next stretch we're going to do, our next and final stretch, we'll be getting into our hips and our IT bands just a little bit. So stand next to the wall. And what you're going to do is cross your left leg over your right. Place your right hand on the wall. And then you're just going to push that right hip into the wall while you keep that right leg straight. So what that's going to do is give you a nice stretch along that right IT band, right hip area. So everyone did such a great job today. Threw some hard things at you and you just kept pushing. It's great. Switch sides, left hand on the wall. Place your right foot over your left foot and then push that right hip, push the left hip into the wall, towards the wall, while you're keeping the left leg straight. This is a nice standing way to get this, the hip muscles, especially with all the donkey kicks and the sidestepping and things we're using the hips a lot for. You want to really make sure you do that today if you're feeling some tension in there. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I had a wonderful Thursday with you, and I will see you on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend.